baby.
This is so wizard.
Hey everybody, welcome to the Dano channel. I am Dano and I'm back with more Star Wars Episode 1 Micro Machines. This is Episode 2 of this series, where we're going to be taking a look at every single Phantom Menace Micro Machine set ever made in chronological order, like the order they happened in the movie. And Episode 2 brings us over to the Gungan Sub / Otoh Gunga Planet Core. This is actually a really, really cool set. First things first, let's take a look at the outside of the box. Now, up in the top left corner, we've got Obi-Wan Kenobi holding his lightsaber. Nice, cool little blue look to the package. Gold Star Wars Episode 1 logo says ages 4 and up. You can see the top of the thing there. It says it includes a Sando Aqua Monster, Gungan Sub, and Opee Sea Killer. Looks like a flea. Looks like a really big flea. So here we go down. You can see some of the movement. They're little not CGI, but like computer-generated picture, I guess CGI, whatever you want to call it, photoshopped images to make it look like they're moving. That'll be interesting to see how that functions. Looks like the sub says, oh look, opens to reveal underwater core of Naboo. It's a picture of the sub, choking hazard. It says actual product and features shown on back, some assembly required for use with most Star Wars Micro Machines vehicles and figures. On the sides and tops of the box, just go over some of the same features that are listed on the back that we'll get into in a sec. But on the very bottom, now this is interesting, the last one didn't have this on the bottom. This one, if you notice, is Sad Baby Squad approved. 0 to 3 Sad Babies. We've got the cool triangle lion guy. It says Galoob Hasbro. So this is in the Galoob Hasbro days where it was both. That's really interesting. It does say Hasbro. It does say Galoob. I don't know a whole lot about the history, but it even has the year 1999 Hasbro written on there. But on the website, it says official Star Wars website, StarWars.com. Galoob Internet is www.galoob.com. I've never tried to go there. I wonder if it's still around even. I don't know. Crazy. I mean, this is old. 1990, 20 years old. 20 years old. Now, last episode, someone mentioned that the box for the Jar Jar thing, it said 1998 on it, on the bottom, 98. Well, the reason it says 98 is because this was designed and probably manufactured in late 98, because the movie came out in May of 99, so it had to give them time to get the package designed, toys to get made. So that's why it says 98. The toy didn't actually release till 99. In fact, I don't even know if this came out initially. This might have been released later. Because it's interesting. It's a vehicle set. It's not a transforming head. It's not one of the heads that opens up and you can play inside of it. This is a vehicle. The only time I can recall off the top of my head seeing something like this was the Slave 1 set that opened up to be the special edition scenes from Tatooine. So, I don't know. I think this is kind of like similar in that same vein. Either way, let's take a look at the back of the box. Alright, top left corner, we've got our Gungan Sub / Otoh Gunga inside action set. We'll start at the top. It says we've got a Sando Aqua Monster. You turn the column to activate the sea creatures chasing the sub. That's pretty cool. You can attach the Gungan Sub, the Bongo. It says attacking Colo Clawfish. Oh, that's interesting, because on the front of the box, you can see a little fish getting smacked. Huh. Yeah, I wondered what that was. It says there's a Fa fish, F-A-A, Fa. A thumb wheel activates the fish Cadu pursuit. Now, that thumb wheel is located on the outside of the ship. Interesting. Next up, it says there's a bubble membrane. Okay, so I wonder if it's squishy. That probably means it's like a squishy, like you can bite it. I don't know. Let's see here. It says Gungan Sub opens to reveal underwater Naboo core. Approximate size 13 inches by 8 inches by 7 inches when open. That is interesting. They give you the dimensions. I actually really like that. It's kind of a cool touch. What do we got up here? Swimming Cadu. It's swimming in quotation marks. We've got the Opee Sea Killer, which is the giant flea in my eyes. The La fish, or La fish. I'm not sure how you say that. And then a flip down cockpit. This is interesting. So it comes with the sub, like a little mini version of the actual sub, because this thing is the sub, but it comes with a small one to play with in the playset. But then there's a flip down portion that is the actual cockpit where your characters can sit. I also noticed it didn't mention the characters on here. Now, last time with Jar Jar Binks, we saw that it mentioned a couple figures, loose figures you get, but inside were sculpted other characters that kind of should count. So it looks like there's only a couple things it comes with, like no actual characters, right? It just shows you get the Sando Aqua Monster sub and a Sea Killer. So according to that, it's kind of a weak offering. But then when you look on the back, that flip-down cockpit, it looks like there's Jar Jar and Obi-Wan and maybe even Qui Gon inside there. Yeah, because if you look at the cockpit on the front, there's a little picture there. You can see him inside. So that's really interesting. And then there's another bubble membrane. Awesome. Let's read the little blurb on the side. It says, to aid their escape from invading Trade Federation army, Qui Gon Jinn, Obi-Wan Kenobi are given a bongo by the Gungans to transport them from the underwater city of Otoh Gunga to Theed Palace. They navigate the treacherous core of Naboo with Jar Jar Binks as their guide and barely escape the deadly jaws of the Opee Sea Killer. Very cool. Then it goes on to show you a couple different sets, collections 3, 8, and 9. Some of the other starships, pod racing. Oh, man. I can't wait till we get to the pod racing section. I have so many pod racers. There's a couple back there. I have the Boonta Eve set. I'm going to spend like a whole month just on pod racing alone. So get ready. There's going to be a lot of pod racing. Plus there's like tracks and Hot Wheels stuff. I love Hot Wheels. So I'm excited for pod racing. What else do we have on the back here? Just a couple other play sets. Naboo Temple Ruins, Theed Rapids, which is I think coming up next. I believe Theed Rapids is the next scene. It's where the sub pops up outside of the Theed Palace, and then they go in. So that would be the next set in line. It'll be episode 3. We also have some other stuff here. Royal Starship Repair, which I love. Theed Palace Assault, the most expensive. It's back there behind this thing. The most expensive toy I own. I spent a lot of money on that thing, and I can't wait to open it, but I'm also very nervous to open it. So make sure you're following along. That's going to be like a new record for the Dano channel when I get to that thing. I'm nervous. Let's see here. There's also the Trade Federation MTT. It's a Mega Deluxe action set. Very cool. All right, enough looking at the outside of this box. Let's get this thing open. All right, now I do have my Blade of Exact Zero. I am just going to guess that this is the side I want to open. I want to very carefully open this 20-year-old tape. Remember, this is a 20-year-old toy. This is technically like a vintage toy. When I was growing up, I got into Star Wars in like 96, 97. At that point, Star Wars was 20 years old, and all those old toys were vintage toys. Technically, I would consider this a vintage toy. It's not vintage Star Wars in the oldest Star Wars. There's definitely 40-year-old toys now. But you're witnessing me open a 20-year-old toy right now. And it's intense, man. It's intense. I think I opened it upside down. Oh, there we go. Nothing left. I think I got it all. Very cool. Very cool. Let's just set that box back there. We have... Oh, I dropped them. That counts as an official video if I drop something. I dropped a sticker sheet. But we have our little instructions. It tells you how to attach the labels. It looks like there are only 4 stickers. That's cool. I like that. And there's only like one little piece to attach. Good. This should be fairly simple. Just to show you the contents of the inside of the box. You can kind of see a little bit better. It's got a little bit of a glare, but the sub itself is pretty big. That's the size of my hand. Inside we got the little bongo up there. We've got one of the sea monsters. I think this whole pack right here has all the sea monsters. And then the tail to the sub. You know what I don't know? Or I don't understand? Oh, they must have packed it in first. Because I don't get how they... Oh, I guess they just slid it in there. Yeah, that works. And this is the tail. Alright. Guys, I'm going to put the stickers together. I'm going to just get this whole thing. You want to see the stickers real quick? There you go. Those are the little stickers. That's what we're looking at. Boop. Focus on the stickers. Look at the stickers. There we go. But there are 4 little tiny stickers that depict the Gungan city of Otoh Gunga. Or whatever it's called. Yeah, I gotta break some of this stuff. Oh, this is interesting. Alright, I'm gonna put it together. I'm gonna put stickers on. I'm gonna get it ready for you. And I'll be back right after this. Alright guys, I've got this thing assembled. It looks good. It's just like a good looking sub. There's a little bit of details on the bottom there that you can see. They did stamp in a number. It's like burned in there. It says 92921. There's a little trademark, weird little symbols here. 98 GTI LFL. There's a little turn wheel for the stuff inside. This is, the little thing spins on the back. Very nice. Now, let's get this thing set up. I'm going to show you guys how it's done here. If I remember correctly, I believe I open these side flaps. Yeah, very good. Open the side flaps. I'm going to pull this up. Yeah, okay, cool. I've got it backwards, actually. But I'm going to pull this up. There we go. We have our Gunga, Otoh Gunga area. This is, look at how huge this thing, it barely even fits on frame of the whole thing. I'm going to have to, like, move stuff out of the way because of the ways this thing spins. Just look at this. There's so much going on here. And again, this, like, we flip this up. We've got these things open. I'm going to take my sub, my other 2 little sea monsters. I'm going to set them up on here. This is really cool. You guys can kind of see me do it as I go through. I'm going to put the sub next. Now, one thing to note about this sub is it is a specific, like it's a specific sculpt because of that hole in the top. If you got the one from the other collections, it's a different sub. I think it's collection 1 comes with this. Notice the one on the left is the one from the collection. This is the one from the Micro Machines playset today. But notice the hole. When you flip them, the hole's on the opposite side. So if you ever find these loose, that's how you can tell the difference. The one with the hole on the top is the one that comes with this playset, and the one with the hole on the bottom is the normal Micro Machines one. Alright, let's see if we can plop this thing right on there. Very cool, speed away! And then we've got the Opee fish, the thing that I think looks like a giant flea. It looks like, I mean, let's kind of zoom in on this guy here. He looks, let's see if I can get him to focus. There we go. There he goes, look at that thing. He's like a giant, creepy looking flea character. He's so ugly and gross. I love it though. Now, just to show you some other close-ups real quick, take a look at this guy. He's kind of nutso looking too. Maybe I can get him in focus for you. There we go. Take a look at that guy. He's a cool looking fish. And again, he goes in the bottom of the playset. But he looks really neat. I just like the paint job. I like the sculpt. Now, these should count as characters. They don't put it on the outside of the box, like I said. But here's a little Kadu. I think he looks good. Look at the little details on him. His little eyeballs are there. Again, they messed on the paint. You can see there's a little bit on the stick. But his back of his leg, he looks like a little chicken, like a cooked chicken. Now let me put him on his little peg and we'll get the next one. I like this little fish. He looks kind of like a puffer fish, but like weird shaped. You can see his little eye details in there. I mean, these things are tiny. That's my thumb you're looking at. That's a whole thumb. That's a big thumb. And these are tiny little characters that just came with this set that are part of just the cool playability factor. I didn't show you guys close-ups of this monster. This is the Sando monster. And he looks really cool. I like everything they did with him. He looks great. Just look at that sculpt. And again, he's going to be flying by on the sub, doing his thing. He's going to be chasing after the creepy flea Opee fish. And one more monster inside the bottom. You can kind of get a better, closer look at all this stuff in here. But there's this little monster. So this is one of the features that they show. There's this little turn wheel at the bottom that when you turn this thing, he attacks the fish. He attacks him. So look, you can kind of see it's on its... He attacks it as it goes through. You're going to attack this guy. Boom. Now notice when you try to go backwards, you can't. Because, see, they fall. They're supposed to fall like that. There's this little, like, dip, and then it corrects them. Ah, he gets him. He gets him. I just love this feature so much. One of the things I was mentioning earlier was this membrane, they said. It's like an Otoh Gunga membrane. You can put characters inside of there, but it's not squishy. It's hard plastic. Interesting. There's a little place you could probably put the sub over here if you wanted, like a little ledge. But overall, really cool looking details. On the inside, now if you notice on the box, it makes it look like they're more pink. See how they're like pink colored? They're not really that pink. These ones are actually orange, and I don't know if it's because of age. They don't really move either. They're like stuck there, and I don't want to mess them up. But I don't know if that's just because it's been sitting in a box for 20 years. Same thing with this. This thing is more like orangey looking, but if you look at the box, it's like a little more reddish colored. I don't know. It's not too far off, but again, some of the details are not painted. The color on the bottom, that reddish color that shows up right there, should be painted all along these little edges, but it's not. So, but I'm not too mad about it, because if we look at the rest of the set, like take a look at this piece here. This is another little piece. I had no idea, or maybe it did say that it, folded down. But if you look inside there, see all the little stickers. I did have to place these top stickers on the outside, but all these other stickers in here, these were already placed. I didn't have to do any of those. The whole palace floor, like all of it, was already done. And it looks really cool. It's kind of hard to see in there, but you can see a lot of like the Gungan Empire, whatever you want to call it. And then it just folds back up. So if you have other figures from other sets, you can definitely place them inside there, and it'll look really cool. The next little part that goes down is the flip out. Oh yeah, look at that thing. And I told you we'd be able to see. Oh yeah, look at, they're all in there. There's Qui Gon, there's Obi-Wan, everyone's in there, looking really good. There we go, it's a little bit better shot for you. You see, and they're, it's an extra set of Micro Machines. They do not come out. They don't come out. But when it's flipped back in, you can see on the outside here, there you go, and it's just like a normal cockpit. That's how it would look, like they're inside of it. So it's got multiple playability features here. I'm going to zoom out a little bit. You guys can kind of see this whole thing again. And just take a look at the cool, like, twirling feature. There's the sub going by. There's the Opee fish chasing him. There's the Sando monster coming after him. Guys, this set is really, really cool. It's got some really neat details in it. I love this thing. It's just all the stuff that flips out, all the stuff that happens here. This is cool. This is classic Star Wars. This is perfect Micro Machines. I love this. And yeah, if you guys want to take another quick little look at how this thing happens. Let's see here if I can get these guys to turn. Yeah, so he knocks them over. That's cool. It's a cool play feature. I like the spinning thing. Man, this thing is just massive. It's huge. And then to get it all to come down, so you can pull these things down, take them off. This just folds right up, no problem. I think we can plop that down, fold this back up, drop our main piece, and there we go. And then again, on the inside, you can see that detail here a little bit. There we go. You can see them inside the cockpit. Oh, that just looks so cool. This is an awesome playset. This thing is huge. It is amazing. Oh my! And the action okay, so we've seen the close-ups. Guys, this gets 5 out of 5 kitsters from me. This thing is awesome. It's got a lot of really cool features, and it's got way more in it than it looks like from the outside of the box. Like, in the outside of the box, I made it look like you get one sub and you get these two monsters and that's it. But there's so much more happening inside here. If you can find this thing, pick it up. Now, I've seen this thing go for about 35 to 40 bucks. That's usually what I see. Somewhere's upwards of 50. It's rare, but I don't see this one too often on eBay. Again, those prices can vary, so don't hold me to that. That's just like the last time I looked. Again, I've had these for like a year and a half now, 2 years. So the prices might be different, but I believe I paid about $35 for this thing.
These links you will.
Oh, it's so cool. They're only going to get harder to find. It's the 20th year, 20th anniversary since the Phantom Menace came out. Ah, this is cool. Get this. The stickers are so easy to put on too. It was like, yeah, no, this has it all. This is why I love these things. This is look at this. Look at this. This is the most action, like the most movement, and it just takes up so much space. So much bang for your buck on these toys. I really do believe Star Wars Micro Machines are the best Star Wars toys ever made. Fingers crossed that one day they'll come back. People will actually buy them. And maybe Hasbro, whoever has the license, if someone else wants to take it or can take it, will do a great job like they used to do. Man, I miss these things. All right, guys, now I want to know your thoughts. Is this a thumbs up toy? Is it a thumbs down toy? Oh, I can just put it all. Oh, you know what? This is the one thing. I tested this last time. Does everything come off? And does it fit compact? I didn't test this in the close-ups, but... Oh, yeah. We're looking pretty... Well, I don't know what I'm supposed to be doing with that. Oh, okay. Those close after the fact. Close everything. The sub looks good. Everything. It's kind of closing. Everybody's in the way here. So much better. Oh, my goodness. This is good stuff. Well, maybe I can't close it. I don't know. I'm having some issues here. I'm having troubles, boy. There we go. That's a little bit better. Put those things in there. Close up your sub. You can plop these things down. And then you can see them in the cockpit. They're in there. This is the best. This is actually, like, legit cool. It's like Action Fleet sized. This is everything all in one. Okay, I need to know your guys' thoughts. Is this a thumbs up? Is it a thumbs down? Like I said, this gets 5 out of 5 kitsters for me. It is great. Now, if you like what I'm doing here on this channel, if you like Star Wars Micro Machines, make sure you've hit that subscribe button. Make sure you hit that notification bell. That way you guys get notified every Micro Machines Monday when I drop a brand new one of these videos. If I get the chance, if I get the time in between Lightsaber Saturdays, Micro Machine Mondays, throughout the week I'm going to try to just sprinkle in more random videos, be it dinosaur videos, action figures, old school Star Wars. I got a bunch of 90s stuff. New Star Wars, there's stuff coming out. Toy Fair was happening just recently, so there's a lot of new stuff coming our way. This is it. It's why you got to be excited, man. All right, till next time, you know I love you guys. And may the Force have with you. Goodbye forever. Alright, my friends, if you guys liked today's video, make sure you're subscribed, you hit that notification, because next Monday, Micro Machine Monday, we're going to be taking a look at the Theed Rapids playset. And honestly, I'm not too impressed yet.